I hope that y'all on in the fish room that I figured I'd show you guys, questions that come up in chat, but most of all, I have had over half a dozen people in one day contact me and say, I would love if you could watch a 2 or 3 minute video of my tank, or a dozen pictures of my tank, showing the filter and how the filter's set up, as well as things like the substrate and up close the substrate layering, and the amount of plants, the stock load, things like that. So if you want to document that kind of stuff and then submit it, I wanted to put it out there that you can do that, and we'll do a whole episode or live stream based on that. And we'll probably do one for aquascaping and one for just essentially if you're trying to go filterless, we can do that. If you're trying to get better filtration and just have crystal clear water, we can do that too. But just give me your goals, and then I'll do kind of a rundown and try to make it complement sandwichy. And you can't see me? Oh, weird. Okay, hold on. Let's try something else. Let's try... I'm using the cell phone signal rather than my own Wi-Fi for some reason. I'm not in StreamYard at the moment, so let me know if the picture quality and or the sound is better. Not better? Not better? I wonder if it's just the time, because everybody in the neighborhood is streaming currently, I'm sure. Everyone gets off Amazon or wherever their tech jobs, and then they... okay, alright, so a lot of people are saying it looks a lot better. Alright, just watch it, picture in a picture on your TV, and it'll look better. It's going in and out for some people. Okay, a lot of people are saying better. Okay, what's up? Osula, what's going on? Fish and Floral, Sketty, Fish Rob, what's up? Coro, Mercenary, what's going on? Welcome. Nancy B and Tennessee, Red, White, and what's up? Cookie, hello. Welcome all of y'all to the live stream. It's worse with the light behind me. Well, I know that, let's see here. It's very odd. Huh. And it's not good here either, huh? Weird. It's weird that people are giving me different feedback based on, like, I'm seeing good, bad, you're gone, it's totally pixelated, good. Huh. We'll try the router one more time. Let's see what's going on here. All right. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. And Goki, you are now a Patreon. Yes, thank you for your support. Yeah, it's one. I see it. I see the dollar. Thank you so very much, sir. This stream would happen the exact week I moved my tank over to my fiance's house. Yes. Thank you, Goki, Doki, or Duke. I guess I never confirmed how to say that. You're in. You're locked in. No, really, thank you, though, for the support. It's cutting in and out. Oh, that drives me nuts. Well, is it even worth doing the stream, folks? The main thing that I wanted to tell you, and Johnny Best, what's going on? Maybe we'll try streaming tomorrow if this is just too bad, because we've tried now 2 different Wi-Fis and the internet here, and it says it's screaming at 90 megabytes a second. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I know the lighting was terrible, but I was just fidgeting with the router. The lighting should be better this way, obviously. But the important part is that I am letting y'all know that you can submit to Alexander Williamson. Let's see here. Will it even let me enter anything into the... no, nope, not gonna let me. Okay, weird. Anyways, so thank you, Dennis. I appreciate it. So what I wanted to tell you guys is you can submit your tanks. A lot of people have been wanting just feedback on what's wrong with my plants. How could I improve my substrate? How do I introduce X, Y, or Z? You know, I want to add more fish, or I want to switch the substrate out, or you know, how's my aquascape look, or what could I do to make my aquascape look better? Why is my water cloudy? Just all sorts of questions like that. And frequently they send me pictures of their tank. And at this point, I think it would be helpful for everyone if we just submitted the either a video under, say, let's say under 5 minutes, but probably 3 is more ideal. And if you can submit that, then send it to my and a link to the photos, or a Gmail or Dropbox or YouTube that's just marked private, or whatever, however you want to do it. If you have your own channel, that's fine too. And also, yeah, a good way, Coro is totally right. Another good way you could do it is through Vivi. If you've already got tanks on there, or if you want to get set up on there, and then you can stock your tanks and all that stuff. So yeah, that is that's the plan. And then tell me what you're wanting to know. You know, do you want feedback on just the filtration, and you know, maybe you're having nitrate problems or something, or maybe you're having issues with algae, whatever it may be. Let me know what you want help with, and I will try to stick to that rather than, you know, giving you a rundown on aquascaping if that's not what your concern is and that's not what you want feedback on. So let me know. Also, how is the picture looking now? How is the sound and everything? Because I don't want to stream if it's, you know, so nauseating that everybody's losing their mind. You know, it's not worth doing at that point. But I did want to share with you a couple things. That's why I'm streaming. And so one of them is that we got a new angelfish, because unfortunately this gal who my wife named Betty White, and that here's the twist, which a lot of you already know, this is a male. So Betty White is the male angelfish. And then turns out we thought this was a male, but it has an ovipositor. So it is a female. You can see the ovipositor's out right now, actually. And I bought another female because my pearl scale tiger blood female, like this one, unfortunately, he rammed her in the gills over and over until she was literally bleeding from the gills, poor little thing. And they'd been together for over 2 years now. So, or I guess they've been alive for over 2 years from the same batch. And I had them over a year and a half. So I was really frustrated when that happened. But, yep, it is Betty. And Betty's a boy. Black Betty. Now, oh my gosh, why did I not put that together? This is Black Betty. This is Betty. Oh, you have a name now, little one. Anyways, so I got another one. You can be orange or calico or koi Betty. They're all Bettys. But in any case, yeah, so I just cleaned out this tank. Literally 2 of these 5-gallon buckets full of plant debris. And a lot of it was very moldy and stuff. And And you can see how old the substrate is. It's 3 years old before I even moved, which was 2 years ago. Um, yeah, Black Betty and Betty Boy. I like that. Okay. The stream seems to be adjusting. Right on. That's good to hear. Any case, so yeah, now I'm trying to see what's going to grow from the undergrowth of my basically my rare stem plants and my rare uh, any crypts or logonandras or like Logonandra carolensis, the Logonandra lizard and Logonandra silver powder. Over here we got Logonandra pink princess, all sorts of stuff. I'm still growing the entire back of the tank. This is all still bio load. So this is all the way up to here. You can see, and this does nothing. This is just sitting here. It's just an attachment. But also this bamboo, this little bamboo stuff is out of control. This purple bamboo is I can't get rid of it fast enough. I couldn't find it for the longest time, but now I have too much of it. Same with the Persicaria, which Persicaria, love this plant, eats a ton of nitrates and nitrites, ammonia, all that stuff. Grows either just straight in the water, like its roots will live, or it can be planted. That's what its roots will do if they're not planted. But yeah, so this tank needs a trim also. But as you can see, this tank's just doing so well that I just haven't wanted to trim it because there's so many blue shrimp in here. I just have wanted to let them chill. But in any case, the other thing I was going to let you guys know, because it just so happens to be out, which normally these two are never out, or actually there's three, but this is my tiny tank. So these are shrimp friendly critters. And this is the smallest species of pleco there is. This is the dwarf or pygmy snowball pleco. And this one is over a year old now, probably a year and a half old, I would say. And it is still only, I don't know, an inch and a half long or something, an inch long. It's not very big. Let me show you guys what it looks like. They're pretty flighty. They're kind of shy, but I bet I can get it to turn around for us. Just to see the spots on it in the dark color. So here you go. Here's what they look like. They're pretty cute. Polka dots all the way into the fins. Even the eye has a polka dot in it. So, yeah, an interesting pleco to say the very least. But in this tank it's lived in, which granted, I feel like the shrimp eat a lot of the algae, and because of that, it misses it. It misses out on some of that nutrients, but I do still supplement. I do still put slices of zucchini and stuff in there, and it's still just so tiny. Yeah, it's such a little pleco, but I love it. I wish there were more species that stayed this size. Whoops, come on. That stayed this size and tiny. Let's get it to focus. Can we get it to focus on the pleco from above? Pleco from above, 1979. There you go. You can see it has little hairs down its body too, rather than scales. It looks like it's got hair. This is off topic, but I've currently been trying to breed cherry shrimp. Each time my female shrimp becomes buried, it dies. What would it be? You may have too hard of water or too soft of water, would be my first guess. It'd probably be your GH. Probably you have a little bit too hard of water and it can't shed when it needs to. That's the first most common issue that happens when that's going on. And the second most common is too soft of water, and that's that they can't grow a new shell that's strong enough to hold everything in securely and protect them and all that, yada yada. So I would look into that. Yeah. Jeff, you have some of these. Are they that small also? Are yours also that small at a year or two old? I'm just amazed that pleco doesn't get bigger, and I love it. So, not complaining at all. Also, it appears that my red Aponigeton is dead. There is this one strand left, so maybe it will come back, but that one's not even red. Also, what's nice is when I step back from the tank, maybe we can do that now, is that these schooling, that the red rummy nose tetras, they're all schooling now, which is fun to see. And they were before, but it's just such a labyrinth back further in here that they were kind of schooled up in bunches. Same with the pencilfish in here. There's a number of pencilfish in here still. And then there's black phantom tetras. So nothing real crazy or rare. There you go. You can see they're schooling up right now. I wish the phantom tetras would do that. There's like at least a dozen in there, but they kind of all just hide wherever they want, unfortunately. So yeah. Then over here, we've got the polka dot spotted rasbora right there. That's one of the smaller rasboras in the world. And then we've got the smallest pencilfish in the world, the dwarf pencilfish or red-tailed pencilfish. There's two males right there. The females don't have that bright red on them. But in here, we've got a few stone cats, anchor catfish, like 2 or 3 of those, 2 or 3 of these plecos, and we've got, I believe, 7 or 8 of the dwarf pencilfish, and then probably 300 or 400 of my blue shrimp. These electric blues from originally, I want to say these are still the Lucas Brett's line, and I don't think it's hard for me to remember for sure, but I don't think this batch has had any other input from any other lines. Anyhow, need to do some more trimming of all the Persicaria, Cowageum, and all that. And over here, we've still got lots of plants floating from the trim last night. And I've still got lots of things I need to go do. Put some of this in the pond and stuff like that. Right on. Reed, Lida. Do you find white clouds to often bully a particular member of the group into being way skinnier than the rest? I don't know what's up with my group. Only one white cat. It's interesting that you say that. Let me go show you, because we got some other things going on in the fish room right now too that I wanted to share with you, other than just the announcement that if folks want to submit tanks to be reviewed, you're more than welcome to. So first thing that I'm trying to show you guys, other than this giant mess of redoing everything yet again, let's see, where is he? Oh, he's hiding back there. So we have here a pumpkin seed fish in the old Cichlid tank, and I don't know how well he's gonna do in here, but I am curious to see, because he's beautiful. I'll have an episode coming out on pumpkin seed fish soon. Let's see if we can see him from this angle, maybe this angle. No, can't get a shot of him other than this, but he's got beautiful turquoise all over his face, and he's just kind of hiding in that little cave right now. And he's definitely digging more of a nest, unfortunately. I just tried to use a turkey baster to see him better, but it's not helping coax him out. If anything, I think he's just going to get more in there. Am I doing a scape or a bowl jar vase this year? I'm not doing the pack a bowl contest that Jason and the other guys held, but we will do an Aquascape contest this summer, so that is coming on the channel. We'll announce all that probably starting in July 1st, and running through the end of September, I think. Something as a summer project. But anyways, white clouds. Yeah, I have the same issue. I've got 7 white clouds, but this one just gets bullied. This male, and what he is he's the subdominant male. There's the dominant male. You can see he's got even bigger finnage, more color. And this one, I mean, he's even depressed looking. He's got like a slumped back. His fins aren't as bright, and he's skinny as all get out. Almost, almost looks like a female if it weren't for the long fins. Whereas the third most dominant male, he's actually looks pretty good. He is, he's got long flowy fins and he's got a filled out body. So short of it being worms or something like that, it's probably going to be just that they are the one that is next in line for the throne. They really beat down and try to keep them away from being able to come up next in line. Let's see here. So honestly, I don't know the solution other than, giving him some time to recoup his health alone or in a smaller group with just a few females or something. But this one, yeah, I don't know the answer, unfortunately. Also, in this tank, I wanted to share with you guys, I wanted to share with you the new find I got at Aquarium Co-op, which, usually their prices are fair and everything, and I'm happy to pay a good price, or a higher price rather, for a place that gives their employee benefits and stuff like that. And so I think it's well worth it for those, attributes. Yeah, they do need space, but these, there's 7 in a 20 long, so they should be fine. There's a few stray Beckfordi that I can't quite get out yet. I think there's 3 of them in here still. But here's the newest addition. They're not Corridoras. They're actually a new, and so far they don't have a Latin name yet, most likely, but they are a new Aspidora, and they look a lot like what's called the six is it 6 spine or 6 band, 6 fin? I think they just call it the 6 fin Cory or Aspidora. But yeah, it's a cute little fish. They stay really small. They stay about an inch long. And they're more slender than Corridoras, which is interesting to me. They're just kind of interesting looking. They don't seem to be quite as social with one another. They do kind of gather up at sometimes, like there's 2 right together right now, but they also swim in the mid-water too. Here you can also see my water has infusoria growing in it, and that's because the top water here has so many plants. And some of the plants are starting to kind of get out of the light and melt away. And when plants melt, then the little teeny critters bloom to try to fill that void of eating the detritus. Well, because of that, it fattens up the fish really well. So we've got some of the bettas that were born not too long ago are in here now. This was the betta tank. But now we've got, a few bettas kind of spread across the top, basically. And a betta hospital for the one that still got the tail problem in there. And this one here just spawned with this little turquoise one that I got at PetSmart. And if we can see them... Let's see. Are they around? There they are. So there are baby bettas in here. So these should be growing out throughout the summer. And then this tank here is a scud and isopod tank, and you can see all the isopods and scuds and stuff in there eating algae. And I throw leaves in there. I give a little bit of food every now and then, flake food. And then I just put lots of duckweed and plant material in there and leave the light on for about 16 hours out of the day on this tank. Just a little lamp, a low grade light. And that keeps these two tanks real algae filled, good for scuds and live cultures. There's blackworms in the substrate here. There's also all these detritus worms on the glass. See those? Those are not planaria. They don't have the little triangle heads. Those are little detritus worms. And yeah. So if you have a 6.0 pH, it's safe. Look at how pretty she is. This is the one who just had the babies. She's the one who just spawned. And she got her tail ripped by this fella up here. These are the two that I got for $3.99 at PetSmart, who was trying to clear out all their bettas. And I said, yes, I will take them and give them a good home. But in any case, yeah, also, oh, I forgot, the other fish that are in here are the exclamation point rasboras. And when I had nothing in here other than those for a while, it seems like some of their eggs actually survived in this massive tank, the wasser tang, and I don't know what all's in there. I guess there's water sprite, there's obviously Java fern and Java moss, and then there's also the guppy grass or Nagensis grass. Anyways, I want to breed these guys outside, but the raccoons are just so persistent this year. So what I may do is try to get them to spawn inside first here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a little tank, and I'll have more to show you guys. I'm going to set up a little tank for them where we put, sorry guys, I know I'm all over the place, but we're going to put this little basket here in the water and then put a floating gasket around the top. So it'll sit in there, and then their eggs will go to the bottom. So there'll be like one male and two females in there, something like that. Also, you may have seen them last time. They've been here now a few weeks, but I got some Borneo Hillstream loaches. And these are supposed to be the normal ones, but they're not at all. Normal ones have a blue tail and kind of like a maze pattern. These ones have a kind of jaguar-y pattern. And so I don't know which SW number they are, but they're definitely one of the wilder ones, which is exciting. And I was able to get 3 of them. And they've all got the pointy tail, too. I mean, it's still a tail, but it comes to a point when they're relaxed. And then we've got a Coolie Loach chilling in the corner. He's just a leftover from way back, probably 5-6 years ago. I don't know how old that. Oh, and the Coolie Loach is gone. And then we've also got the beautiful, right now they're in spawning colors too, and they have been for a few weeks, which is fun because this tank is slightly acidic. But we've got the oh, I startled them. I'm sorry, buddy. Probably just I scared all the color out of it too. But the male here, and I can't tell, but it looks like the mouth pouch may actually have something in it. That throat pouch right here expands for babies. Now, it's not fully expanded. They can fully expand it when they really got babies. But when they first hatch, a lot of times they'll store them, and you can see the jawbone and the throat kind of separated like that. So it's hard to say. Probably not at the moment. And look at these fish. They're all holding still. So weird. Let's get them to move. It's weirding me out. Stop that. But yeah, here is the threadfin and luminatus rainbow tank. Other than that, and they're all doing well, doing their thing, and hanging out with the gouramis. Also, it's night for these, but we've got the other bettas. There's 4 adult bettas in here. And then there's the wild bettas, Scuds, more wild bettas, more wild bettas, more wild bettas, and some guppies. And oh, and there's also a what do you call it? A pistos in there, Hongsloi. And over here, we're trying to get rid of the claudifera or claudiphoria algae that's been growing because of the window. But we've got rice fish that never lay eggs. These platinum rice fish, I've never seen them with eggs, and I don't know what the deal is. There's no way I wouldn't think I could get 9 all males. I mean, I guess it's possible. Highly unlikely, though. But yeah, so they don't ever seem to have eggs, which is frustrating. But we also have in here too some gobies. So there's the freshwater bumblebee gobies in here as well. And this whole tank is kind of in limbo because I am going to take the Medaka, hopefully at some point, put them outside, and the bumblebee gobies can be moved to wherever. Alright, so now here is the next kind of exciting surprise I have, and that is I got, also at Aquarium Co-op, for only $6.99 a piece, Drape fin barbs, which are a relatively new species. They were only described, I think, about 8 years ago in the hobby, or in the science, I should say. But they're a really interesting one, and when they're excited, the males have this fin that they put up. You can see part of it there. And it can be all the way into the orange and reddish kind of hues, as you'll see on the most mature males over here. Sorry about the glare, guys. It's nighttime. But yeah, they put that fin up real high, and it looks really, really neat. And then the females are a lot more subdued looking. But I think they're still a nice looking fish. And these are drape barbs. There we go. We saw the kind of the shape of it. It's a round fin, kind of an oval shaped fin. Um, and these, as well as the Elosoma, are in this tank. And the Elosoma are just small and always hiding down in here. They never come out anyways, so I don't know. Say la vie. They're in there, and there's lots of scuds and little micro critters for them to eat. Actually, there's an Elosoma right over there, right back in there. All right, and there's still some shrimp in here too, which blows my mind with these barbs. Jose, what's going on? Welcome. Sean Graham, what's going on? Let me get back to the bottom. What's up? Sage 3G, what's going on? Reed, what bettas do you find to be the healthiest typically? The placots. I think the placots are a really healthy one. Just kind of placot mutts are actually probably the most healthy if I had to like pick a group. There's that little Elosoma back there. But yeah, this tank has scuds and black worms and other stuff. It has planaria also in the substrate. And the water in this tank is fairly hard, actually. The tangerine tiger shrimp, they're doing great. They're in a filterless 2.5 gallon, just showing it can be done. A lot of people said you can't keep Caridina in a filterless tank, but we're going. I mean, these Caridina have been in there over a year. These raccoons and cheetahs that are in here. And then we've got the tangerine tigers from Aquatic Arts, which there's actually a whole bunch in here if you look closely. Cave of Wonders, hello. Hey, you changed your name. And then down here in this tangle of cords of airline that I was just cutting, we've got the cichlid tank, the rescue from the other tank, where we've got the hoplochromis here. They actually have kind of a weird band. They don't seem that happy. But they've got this weird band on their face right now. The females do. And then we've also got the Synodontis. And then we have 3 or 4 mustard Synodontis in here. And then all sorts of plant clippings and immersed plants from another tank. This tank's a mess. This is the other one that I thought I was going to drain, and then last minute it needed, it needed to be home for these cichlids that needed a new place to go. So I didn't get to turn this into a North American tank like I wanted. But I do see that over here, this tank that also had nothing in it, and as you can see, all my little spawning containers and scud containers and stuff are over here. But are you gonna come out? Oh no, you're gonna hide. My pumpkin seed fish is back in the corner. Anyways, I'll have a video of him soon, and I'm hoping when I plant some valsinaria in here that he'll be happier. So we'll see. We'll see, but I feel bad if he's not happy, just because I took him from the wild, personally. Right now, he's in unheated, and he's just got a couple air stones. He seemed to be really scared of the noise and hide all the way on the opposite side, digging into the dirt whenever the filter was on. Like, I turned it off when I put him in, and then he just lost it. So I've just been really careful about that. Also, all the baby neocaradinas in the 2.5 gallon neocaradina tank that's filterless, no tech, they're all doing well. They're growing out. We've got some pregnant females again, which is nice. We've got some babies in here, which is nice. The babies are growing out real fast. And we've got seed shrimp again. So the seed shrimp will be in here. And once this generation of babies is maybe a month older, what I'll probably do is take the baby betta fry that are itty bitty teeny right now, these little fry, and I will probably put them, or maybe the Battis or something, in down here, and have them eat all of any planaria and any of these little white dots. See the little moving? Those are ostracods or seed shrimp. Then in here, we got a couple coals and stuff of my Malawa shrimp, stuff like that. Oh, there we've got 2 females that are buried up right now, right there, right there. Really, I look at the glass from this angle the most. But yeah, you can see they've got eggs right now again, which is great. It means they'll be having more babies any day now. And the babies that are currently in here, they're actually getting to be of a size where, they're not totally insignificant. You actually can see them. And there's a lot of them. I think 3 different females all had babies at the same time. What's nice with neocaradina tanks is if you kind of actually, we've got another buried female there. Let's see, I don't know how many there are. And I've sold already 50. Oh, we got another buried female over here. Oh no, that's just a saddled female. Anyways, so yeah, we've got 4 buried females now. That's great. I'm excited about that. And again, this is the $12 light Brightwell substrate and the kit from Aquatic Arts. Link in the description if you're interested. Actually, in the description there may not be anything right now. I probably need to change that because I'm streaming through actual YouTube. But yeah, this little colony, I've been impressed. I've impressed myself with it in that they have done very, very well. And I've been able to harvest, like I said, 50 to 60 babies out of here since, when was that? November, maybe? I can't recall exactly. But whenever it was that I started up this tank, yeah, we've been able to pay for the tank and then some, which is great. So yeah, and these are the Aquatic Arts gold in-house bred shrimp, which actually, if you don't use my code, if you just use their code, I think they've got a sale going right now on all their in-house lines that they breed, their US bred shrimp. They've got those going for 25% off. And I'm not getting any kickback or anything from that. That's just letting you know that they've got a sale going. Also, what's kind of cool is this line sometimes you'll see has a red or pink line down the back of the gold shrimp. Usually they just have another gold line. But yeah, sometimes they'll get a reddish or orange line when they're pregnant, especially. But yeah, so the shrimp's doing good. This betta's recovering. We gave her a couple salt dips so she didn't get an infection after all the fin nipping from spawning or from being bred, basically. And then these guys are another ongoing project. Let's get the glare off here. Sorry, guys. There are my enigmatochromis in here, and also all the different tetras and stuff. Here's the enigmatochromis. And these ones, I haven't been able to get them to spawn, even though they color up like they're going to. They guard a nest like they're going to. I mean, you would swear that they're guarding babies right now, even. But so far, no babies have been had yet by this pair. And it's been a year. I think a year in September when I got this pair. So yeah, kind of a bummer, but I can be patient. You're trying to interlace scaper soil. KH is always like 1 though. You don't have enough potassium and stuff, huh? Or carbonate essentially. Yeah, that's hard. You could get some activated carbon or potash. You could add that. You could try that. Here's the Venezuelan orange guys. They're doing well. Again, this tank's essentially filterless. Has been for a long time now. And in here, this is the blue Malawa tank. Although that one needs to be cold. That's not blue enough. But there's a nice little blue, sky blue guy. And here's another little blue guy. They change different colors of blue all throughout the day and go to clear when they're stressed. I've said all that many times. Are you going to make an appearance? What are you doing, buddy? He had beautiful orange on him earlier, but I think maybe more plants, a little cooler water, he'll be happier. So, yeah. Oh, and now we can get a good look at the Aspidoras. Very cool little species. You can tell with their face, the way their whiskers, their barbels are kind of at the end of a little nose, a little trunk. And they've kind of got like a stretch body with an extra paired set of fins. I mean, it's not actually extra, but it looks like, they're more spaced out, so you notice them more. The pectoral fins look like the first of 3 sets. But yeah, I'm really hoping that I could spawn these eventually. So I'm starting to introduce botanicals and make that water a little more acidic, since the white clouds aren't going to stay in there anyhow. But again, if you're just coming in, I think Alex is drinking. I think K is going to raise GH. CA is MG. Wait, what? K, you think K as in potassium? Oh, I don't think potassium is going to raise GH. No, it's potash. But potash has potassium in it. And it's your carbonate that you're trying to raise. I was kind of working out the word problem of sorts in my head. Okay, so in this tank, soda ash, yeah, exactly. Same stuff. And over here, we've got baby gouramis. I don't know when they'll come out. They're kind of shy. But we've got some baby of these honey gouramis. And they turned out, they're turning out to color up a lot more, which is nice. But I don't know how many there are in here. There could be as few as 4 or 5. And there could be as many as like a dozen. And that's pretty impressive that they survived just me being in Florida, and they just decided to have babies and populate this tank. Here you can see CPDs are still in there. Also, Rhamnocentris ornatus, they're all hiding over here because they're scaredy cats. Here we go. Here's one right here. And I've been cleaning out, if you recall in the video where I was talking about that it was a ticking time bomb, the fact that all these plants had dead tangled roots. Well, I took out all the dead root parts that were under here for the most part. There's still some back in the far corner, but took out the dead root debris, and now it's just live root debris in here now. So we shouldn't have any crashes. There's a baby gourami back right behind that leaf. He's kind of cream colored. I do have a menagerie of ecosystems at the moment. Yes, we do. Plus the outside tanks. Yeah. Now, all of this is in flux because, you know, it's been a long time since I've been home, like more than a month and a half or whatever. So yeah, let me wash my hands real quick since they were in tanks. I don't like to contaminate. Look, I've been blessed by duckweed. And your general hardness is 4, and your carbonate hardness is 6. Your calcium carbonate is 6. Okay, that's interesting. Usually the GH tends to have to be higher than the KH, but interesting. Hey, Fish Fam Link. So, I'll say it because I said it before and I'll say it again. If you guys need to know who's streaming when out of, you know, kind of the group of a lot of the fish family from Aquarium Co-op all the way over to Lucas Brett's, Primetime, KG Tropicals, me, MD, all the people, big and small, and in between, Father Fish, you name it. You can go to fishfam.link, and that will give you a schedule. It'll give you events going on like trade shows and conventions and stuff like that. Elaine, hello. Hey, you're a member. Thank you so kindly for the support. Learning agricultural soil fertilizers for growing corn and hay was way simpler than aquarium fertilizers. You send a test and get your results. Aquarium test results change day to day, hour to hour. Yeah, they change night versus day as plants, expel the CO2, and then the tank becomes more acidic usually. Hey, what's up, Stephen P. 2003. Speaking of other aquarium YouTubers, Mr. Wet Your Plants, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Marky McFry, welcome. Thank you. We have another new member. Always means a lot. Helps me do what I do. It's only $1.99. I try to keep my membership literally as cheap as YouTube will let me. So thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. Alex, did Jeff do something? What people are talking about Jeff again? You are blessed, Jeff. Jeff. I actually just sent Jeff my gold Malawas and my blues and some of the reds. The reds, that's probably the weakest color, or genetically. They still turn really, really red sometimes, but it's just like changes with the breeze, their color and their mood. Magic water plant, yes. Jeff K from and Jeff K isn't concise enough. Jeff where'd it go? Jeff Koski from Wenatchee. What's going on? Welcome. Good to see you. You've been waiting for the Malawas for a year. Hey, they're ready. If you need those Malawas, they're ready. Yeah, email me. Just same place that you would if you guys are wanting to have your tank reviewed, looked at. If you just want to share your tank, just let me know what you're looking for out of your tank review, because I'll happily critique an Aquascape. But just like my tanks, I wanted to go through tonight again. They're not all fancy and aquascaped. They're a big old mess a lot of times, and it just depends on what you're trying to do. Sometimes you don't have time to do anything other than to keep them healthy. Other times you're trying to, breed fish. Other times you're trying to grow plants. Sometimes you're trying to do all of that. And, let me know what it is that you'd like to get an opinion on. Am I going to the fin dig? I am not going to make it to the fin dig. Kenny's no longer going to the fin dig. So he was going to drive from Portland down from there. And, honestly, it just money kind of ended up being the straw that broke the camel's back on that one. I was originally intending on going, but yeah, it's just things are kind of tight right now. So we both were kind of like, yeah, I don't know. And then he had some personal stuff going on with family too, that kind of sealed the deal for not going. There's a female pencilfish. Earlier we saw all the males, but there is a female dwarf pencilfish and another little yellow spot or yellow polka dot rasbora, and then the male pencilfish. The smallest ones in the world. They're only about 3/4 of an inch. The females are probably only 1/2 an inch. They're very, very small pencilfish compared to my hand. I mean, yeah. And then we've got the little pleco hanging out, little dwarf pleco. And all the blue dream shrimp, they're just eating algae. I haven't put any food in or anything. They're just doing their thing, and there's just that many of them that they hang out where the fish do. These little fish, a lot of people say, oh, there's no room for those fish. Well, these little fish, they really don't want a lot of open space in nature usually, unless they have numbers like in the hundreds or thousands. They love like this root kind of stuff, just being able to kind of weave through here. They feel very safe. And if you're trying to breed them, that's just about the only way you're going to, short of putting them in a basket and letting the eggs drop through where they can't get at them at all. If you want your tanks critiqued, let me know what you want out of them. If you just need assistance with like how do I get better filtration? How do I keep my nitrates down? Why are my plants yellow or have little pinholes in them? Whatever it may be. Why does this one have a bunch of holes in it? Yeah, because I ripped it with my hand when I ripped out a bunch of plants. But yeah, tell me what it is your goal is. If you want your aquascape reviewed just aesthetically from a classical aquascape point of view, or whether you want to know how you're going to refurbish an old substrate in a tank and you want to get it to layer into these anoxic or different deep substrate things that us crazy people do. It's kind of interesting. You can see the cyanobacteria and algae has followed the tap root of this Logonandra carolensis here. And yeah, pretty interesting. You can see the root here where it doesn't have any algae on it, but then it crosses over, and for some reason it's got some sort of symbiotic relationship right here. Let's see here. Jose Torres, thank you so much, buddy. A $5 super chat from Jose. It is much appreciated, my friend. Keeps the lights on, keeps me doing what it is we do here. Trying to make 2 or 3 videos a week and do 2 live streams a week, even though I fall through on the live stream part sometimes doing them. There was a band Taproot, and I don't remember any of their songs. But I feel like it's angry white boy music. I don't remember, like new metal of some sort. Uh, how do I buy your tank as is and put it in my house? I actually do that. I've got like something. It's like a zit or something on my nose. I think it's actually a scratch, but I've got two. But one makes me look like Rudolph. Um, but yeah, how do you do that? Well, if you live anywhere near me, I do actually set up tanks. And I think that's why looking at my old videos of how I started an aquascape or an aquarium can sometimes be really enlightening to see how much plant material, how many different species, and all the richness and nutrients that I put ahead of time into the substrate, the soil. A lot of times I'll do bags of charcoal as well as lava rock or pumice, so that's a big giant filter media, whether you want to do filterless or non-filtered CO2 or not. That's just extra filter media for your bacteria. Daphnia I culture outside this time of year. We've got lots of different Daphnias here. I think the Azteca ones are the ones, Aztecas are the ones that we're doing here locally that you find in the ponds is the most. But they like the colder water outside. They grow faster than in the hot 80-degree fish room or whatever. Ghost 888, houseplants in aquarium. Yeah, as long as it's just the roots, put them in. They'll suck your, gotta be careful how I finish this sentence. The nitrates, they'll also go for nitrites and ammonia if they're in there, but definitely your nitrates. Orchids and endlers, how are y'all still awake? You're dying. Well, I mean, it's the West Coast here, so it's only 10 o'clock. So that's that. You heard that Russian red Daphnia are the best, Jonah. I don't know. I've seen nutrient printouts on a few different species. They're all pretty comparable. The percentage difference is like 3 to 4%. When you see like the fats versus the protein, fat, chitin, or filler and water content kind of thing. Really, their diet and putting good organic material in there for them to eat, that's gonna determine if it's good Daphnia. If they've got good algae that's got lots of minerality to it and stuff like that, then they'll have that in their gut too. Yeah, Daphne ammonia are awesome. Definitely. I agree. I love them. But yeah, so guys, last time it is Alexander J. Williamson, J as in jet plane, and no dots or dashes or beeps or blips. It's just Alexander J. Williamson at gmail.com. Send me a video clip under 5 minutes, a link to it, or 5, 10 pictures, whatever you want to share. And we'll do a whole live stream when I have everybody submitted. And let me know what it is you want to know about your tank, what it is you'd like to hear. I'm not claiming to be the know-all, be-all, but I have won a number of Aquascape contests. I'm a graphic designer and artist, so I have a pretty good eye for aquascaping when I want to. It's just I'm right now trying to care for 30 different tanks and fish and breeding different stuff too. So if it's just that you want to know how to breed a certain fish in a certain tank with the setup you have, or you want to get better at getting your nitrates down, like I said, all that stuff, let me know what it is, the scope of what you'd like to have reviewed, and we'll do that because I've been getting more and more requests for it. I just hadn't done it because I didn't want to be a jerk. I didn't want anybody to think I was being a jerk and like critiquing people, especially if you're newer in the hobby or whatnot, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and health is a little more subjective, or objective, I should say. But also, what makes a fish happy? What's a good, tank? But yeah, I like my jungle tanks, as tonight showed. And also, I'm a mess. I need to clean everything so badly. I feel like my brain is very similar to the things I'm showing you guys in the tanks. Like, it's scattered. There's angelfish sparring one another. There's babies being born in the corner. It's just, it's chaos. But guys, I'm gonna get out of here. It's been an hour. And sorry about the robotics at the beginning of this stream, the beep bop boop of the bad signal. But I really do appreciate you guys coming through. You guys who are members means so much to me. Even that $1.99. Check the community tab. That's where I put things like sources, interesting articles, stuff like that I come across, other creators that I like. And sometimes sneak peeks or extra videos go in there too. So if you've become a member in this stream tonight, I know a couple of you have, go to the communities tab on my page and go browse back through. You've also got all the Fishery episodes, which are not all public yet. They have been played at one point or another to the public during live streams, but they not all of them are public. In fact, there's about over 100 extra episodes for members right now still on there. And Asa, you are so welcome. So guys, thank you. Hey, Jonah, welcome. Thank you so much for becoming a member. It really does help. Lets me feel more secure and like, okay, this month I can focus on this 40 hours. I don't have to go get 30 hours of side work to just get by, kind of thing. But I'm gonna get out of here. Buttface, I got your email, appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, and we'll do a more traditional stream Q&A where I'm actually observing the stream and not wandering around. We'll do that on Tuesday, probably 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, depending on the traffic. Jimmy P, I love you too, buddy. And I hope you're doing well. I don't know if you're, I haven't been over to your channel in a minute, I must admit, but I always have a good time when I stop by, and I know you were going to change some things on there. And so I'm definitely going to go check out what you've been up to as well. The Fishy Plumber, thanks for the stream. Have a great weekend. You guys too, take care of your critters, take care of your fish, the people around you, but most of all, make sure you've taken care of yourself, body, mind, soul, so that you can be well enough to take care of those other things and keep going and have the stamina. I think if we all did that, even just half the time, we'd have a world that is way better than twice as good as the one we have right now. Keep smiling, guys. Love your fish, love nature, and thank you for coming here and hanging out tonight. Have a great night. See you guys Tuesday, and there'll probably be a video on pumpkin seed fish tomorrow morning when you wake up, most likely. All right. Bye, guys.